Hello everyone, Cody here, and welcome to the first review since I've been back. A couple of things, I don't have my editing software up, so unfortunately this won't be edited to the way that I want to go ahead and do it, but I will have that up soon. I didn't want that to prevent me from starting my reviews, so unfortunately maybe this one and maybe even the next one might be a little bit bootleg, if you will, but I'm just going to go straight to the point. Now, today we're going to go ahead and review Mandarin from the House of Precious Liquid. Now, I got a sample of this, and the whole reason I actually went through to review this scent was I was looking for fragrances that were going to do well in the Florida heat, where I am now. I was going through a little bit of a freak out, kind of trying to figure out, oh, do I have enough scents that are well for the warm weather? I do, but I was still kind of looking at some more, and so I decided on this one just because, well, Mandarin was in the name. I typically like Mandarin fragrances, and so the fact that this was there, I figured, you know what, why not give this one a shot? So I spent a good amount of time with this scent. Now, a couple of things before. So again, this fragrance was released in 2017 from the House of Precious Liquids. The notes of this scent are mandarin, rhubarb, rosemary, thyme, myrrh, cedar, and clean musk. Now, about this scent. When you start off with this scent, it starts off with a very strong mandarin vibe, and I really do like that. When I first applied this, I thought I was going to like this immensely. In the background with that mandarin scent, when you're starting to get, or I won't say starting to get, but you get more of that thyme and rosemary. It kind of feels like you're almost, cooking, if you will, in the background. So it has a nice kind of little vibe to it. But kind of lingering in the background is that musk note. And for anyone who knows me, musk is one of those scents that can go either one way or the other. And this one, it turns it after about an hour. You start with that initial thing, but after about an hour, it starts to get a little bit more of a powdery vibe going into it. And the powder really starts to kick in. That musk really starts to kick in with the scent, and the mandarin starts to recede to the background. So it starts off like as this, citrus scent that's got these interesting notes to it. And then it starts to recede into more of a powdery scent, and quite frankly, it feels like a granny scent at that point, and it starts to become a scent that I would more associate with a woman, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for me, but at that time, so rather than it being a scent to enjoy, it starts to quickly kind of turn into a scent that I'm like, it's not a bad smelling scent, it's just not something that I would like smelling on me, right? So let's jump into the rating. So for the rating for this one, I would give this one a 5 in terms of rating. Again, I like the scent initially. It starts off really good, but then it quickly kind of turns into a lady's fragrance, if you will. All right, so I'm going to give it smack down the middle of 5. Starts out great and goes down. Performance-wise, lasts about 6 hours on my skin. It leaves a decent amount of scent trail, and it has a good amount of projection along with it. So it's not excellent, but it's not bad as well too. So doesn't really stick out in that form. For creativity, I'm going to give this one a 7. I do think that they really went for a creative route for this scent, and it does a really good job in that. Projects kind of like an interesting, a very unique type of a citrus scent that I really don't see done elsewhere. I see the musk kind of bringing in it, and musk does this to scents, unfortunately, and kind of turns it to a powdery scent, and I'm not the biggest fan of powdery scents. But still, can't deny the creativity for it. So despite that, I'm going to give it a 7 for that. And then finally, for value, overall, I'm going to give this one a 3. And the reason I'm giving it a 3 is, to the average guy, this is probably not a scent that you're going to look at and want, right? It's going to be something where, you have this scent, but it's probably not going to, appeal to you, especially at the price point that it's at, which is $125 for a 50 milliliter, I believe. So yeah, I don't think the value is quite there. And if you're a collector, I do think that it's worth looking at, but at the same time, it's a lot to ask for this particular type of scent, in my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is. The value in this case is more skewed by what it's like for the average guy, and I don't think it's going to be overall too much appealing for a collector. So overall rating for this scent, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. This scent at the end of the day, it's an interesting scent. It's one to take a look at. It's one that I would recommend if you're more on the adventurous side and looking for something that is more of a unique type of a citrus scent. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it is a terribly wearable scent specifically for men. I think if you're a woman, definitely take a look at this one, because despite the fact that I think this is labeled as a unisex scent, I think that it more steers towards women, and it's probably a bit more easily wearable and more palatable towards that palate. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what your opinion is on this scent, if you've tried it or not. And again, apologies for not for lack of editing at this point, but hopefully I'll finish that in a later date. All right, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.